And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Finds his man on the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. This guy's always a big part of the game plan, and they get him involved right off the bat.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Your best players should touch the football the most. First play out the gates. I know I got a big-time advantage, big-time wide receiver. Get him the football, make the gain. I expect we'll see a lot more of that throughout this football game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Off the play fake on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
The Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Smith dropping to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. They'll move the wide receiver. The pitch to the left. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Finds the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out route. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking for a man. It's Stewart. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He tries to take the top off. Pulls it in down the middle. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Jordan. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the 1st down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Smith wants to throw. Looking down the middle. Complete to the left. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Number 86 in the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Quickly to the tight end. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Back to pass, it's Stewart. Fires to the big fella. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to throw again. Grab near the marker. It's Robinson. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll keep it himself. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it.
Turning it on! He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finding open areas. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a first down, new set of downs for the offense.
Smith dropping to pass. He wants to take the top off. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll take another shot here. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Looking to throw on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Jordan. He's going to run it. Got some room in under the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! On to attempt the try. Smith wants, it's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And they swarm him under. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll return it. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.